Hiya folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you'd like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to the channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you for that. We are on the road to 400, baby. We're going to do it. So without further ado, we've got a news article, I guess you could say it's a shenanigan. I usually cover 2D animation. I always say this. But I wanted to talk about this one because a lot of people wanted me to talk about this during a live stream, and they asked me, they're like, what do you think of Raya and the Last Dragon? Are you going to do a review of it? No. The answer is no. I'm not. I already said my opinions on this multiple times in multiple videos. I don't like that Disney is kowtowing to China. This one is very Chinese in nature. A lot of these like animation companies, they just gave up. They're just making stuff for China. Like, you know, what's that other one with that little girl with the red panda? Hold on, where's that one? Movie with red panda. Turning Red. March 11th. So that's actually coming out. No, hold on, 2022. Okay, I was about to say that's coming out tomorrow because today's March 10th. You see what I'm talking about, guys? Like Disney Pixar Turning Red. Another, this is, we'll tell the story of May, a very Chinese-sounding name. A 13-year-old going through puberty, blah, blah, blah. She turns in, when she gets excited, she turns into a giant fluffy red panda. It's very Chinese. That's who they're catering to because they see 1 billion people down that way in China. And they just gave up on the West because there's not enough people with wallets here, apparently. So it's very disgusting to see. So I'm not even going to watch Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm just sick of Disney's BS. So I wanted to talk about this. So this is on cartoonbrew.com. I always like to give the old little link to I like to tell you guys where you could find it. Who's the author? Alex Dudok DeWitt. That's what I was trying. I like to give credit to the website I get the articles from. So Disney's Raya and the Last Dragon flops. Good. Thank God. Oh my God. Maybe with some luck, this stupid ass Red Panda movie will fucking butt the dust too. Who knows? But yeah, where was that article? There we go. So it flops with 8.6 million domestically, 39% lower than Tom and Jerry. And I talked about Tom and Jerry. I think it's on HBO Max and in theaters. So people went to go see Tom and Jerry, even though it's available for free, and it still made more money than this stupid ass Chinese Raya bullshit. There's a new chapter in the great rewriting of film distribution rules. Raya and the Last Dragon, the latest featured from Walt Disney Animation Studios, WDAS, my God, has come out simultaneously in theaters for a $30 premium fee. Yeah, so you can watch it on Disney Plus. See it on Disney Plus for $30. That's not worth it. No way. You might as well just get the experience, like by going to the theater. Also, you guys just know whenever they do this stuff free premium, it immediately gets uploaded to the internet, and you could probably just watch it for free. I'm not condoning I'm not advocating for piracy, but let's be real here. You're going to pay $30. You might as well just wait for the DVD to come out and get it on DVD so you have a nice little physical copy for your collection, right? $30, that's huge. That's so huge. So this is Disney's first such release, and the initial results are a little underwhelming. Good. Yes. Raya debuted at the top of the still tiny domestic box office, taking an estimated 8.6 mil from 2,045 theaters. It opened with around 39% less than Tom and Jerry last week, which took 14.1 mil. Yeah, not bad for. I mean, that's still really bad, like compared to before the pandemic, right? Like that's probably still really bad. Even though Disney's release was better reviewed than Warner Bros. Hybrid Cat and Mouse reboot, what's more, Tom and Jerry launched day and date on HBO Max. Yeah, right, for free. I was talking about this. Yeah, right here. What's more, Tom and Jerry launched this is such a weird way to put this, but day and date on HBO Max for free. So if you wanted to go to the theaters and get that cinematic experience, you know, if you want to bring a nice girl, or maybe if you're a girl, you want to bring a nice guy, whatever, you're going on a nice little date there. You know, it's like people still went to see Tom and Jerry as opposed to this shit. So it was free, Disney charging $30 for their bullshit, and Tom and Jerry making more money even though it was free. So, Tom and Jerry, what a champ. So that's great to see that Tom and Jerry, a Western cartoon. It's kind of like it's one of those ones where it's like live action with animation type of deal. I talked about it before. It still did better than this Chinese kowtow release, where it's definitely aimed for China, and I'm glad to see it. I'm so glad to see it. Let Disney learn a goddamn lesson over here that you can't, you're going to cater to China. We're going to abandon Disney. Just screw them. So, of course, it had world-famous characters on its side. Okay, true. While Raya is an original story, but when you look, people have all seen, I get them. Tom and Jerry, they are world famous, but like at the same time, it's an original story from Disney. Think about Zootopia, think about all these kinds of one. What was the other one? They, not Pixar, what was the other one? Hold on. Zootopia. They had, Big Hero 6. That was a huge one too, right? You had Big Hero 6. That one wasn't from Pixar. That was from Disney Animation. Et cetera, et cetera. I can't think of some off the top of my head, but this is pitiful. This is just pitiful. Soul was Pixar. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I was about to mention. No, that's Pixar. And while Raya had an original story, so that's, this is Disney of all companies. Like, even though people know who Tom and Jerry are, everybody seems to really like this whole, Disney thing, or these Disney movies that are just usually pretty well done. I actually saw on Rotten Tomatoes it had a pretty good score. Can we really blame this all on Tom and Jerry being more iconic? I don't know, man. I don't know. So then there's the fact that Raya wasn't played at Cinemark. Played by Cinemark, the U.S.'s third biggest theater chain. Okay, that could be a thing too also. Maybe I should have read that sentence before I... Okay, so why wasn't it played at Cinemark? Disney's terms were reportedly unappealing to the company. Good. Cinemark getting a pair of balls. I love it. Hurt them. Which told Deadline, while we are having conversations with the Walt Disney Company, we have not yet reached an agreeable licensing term for Raya and the Last Dragon. Good for them. Disney has not reported data on the film's digital sales. It could be because they don't have to share that data though, but it could be because it flopped pretty huge. Like, right? Like, how many people would buy this for $30 though? For just a digital copy, it's like, So nor did it do so with Mulan, which it released on Disney Plus and not theaters for the same premium fee in September. And so it didn't launch Mulan's numbers either. I'd be interested to see those numbers. In the pandemic, other studios have at times trumpeted stats that suggest successful digital premieres of tentpole titles. Yeah. So Tom and Jerry came in second over the weekend, adding 6.6 mil for a 22.3 mil domestic total. And like pre-pandemic, that's a failure though. Like that would be huge. That would be a huge loss. Across all films, The box office was around 14% higher than last weekend. Okay, so a lot of more people are getting back in there. New York City cinemas reopened after almost a year, albeit with 25% capacity. Raya didn't stun overseas either. It took 17.6 mil for 32 markets for a 26.2 worldwide cum. In its biggest foreign market, China, where Disney Plus doesn't exist, it opened with 8.4 mil, coming third behind two local holdover titles. The film topped a number of markets in Southeast Asia where its story is set, including Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore. It came second in Vietnam. Okay, not bad. So it was kind of behind a couple of titles is what it's saying here, so people would rather see their own local movies in their own country than actually go watch this. That's great to hear. That's so great to hear. Directed by Don Hall and Carlo Lopez Estrada, Raya is WDA's first original feature since Moana. Oh yeah, they also did Moana. I almost forgot about that. Moana had some catchy songs, but I had issues with the story, considering the ocean could have solved the entire movie, right? All the ocean literally had to do was just put the gem in. The ocean was a sentient being that literally couldn't have solved the problem by itself. That's so weird. It was such a bad writing, in my opinion. I feel like the story just was really bad. It falls apart when you think of like the ocean literally could have solved its own problem, like by being a sentient being. That movie definitely has. What was that? Oh my God. How It Should Have Ended. You guys ever see that? They actually also touch on this point. There's this YouTube video called How It Should Have Ended, Moana, and the movie should have ended by the ocean taking the rock and just putting it in the pedestal or whatever the engraving, whatever you call that thing. So they also, How It Should Have Ended, the YouTube channel, they also caught on to that, and they made fun of it, how the ocean could have just solved the entire plot. So Moana was just kind of like a 5 or a 6, but it had really great songs. It did have some really great songs, very catchy. Well, some of them, not all of them. The crab song, come on now. That wasn't that great. Which opened on Thanksgiving weekend, 2016 of 56 million. Obviously current grosses can't fairly be compared pre-COVID releases. Yet Raya's performance will feed into speculations about Disney's long-term distribution strategy, which is slowly crystallizing. Last week, CEO Bob Chapek hinted that the company would move away from traditional theatrical windows while making sure not to cut the legs off of a theatrical exhibition run. My God. Okay, what a mouthful that was. Basically they're saying like they want to make sure that they don't kill the theaters because they kind of need them for money, even though it looks like things are going so digital these days. It's like, there you go, guys. So Raya and the Last Dragon, I'm really happy to see this flopping. Let's keep up the good work. I hope that stupid ass panda movie flops also. Please, please let me know your comments. I don't know what's going on today. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the section down below. And wow, I messed that up pretty bad. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and give me a like, give me a share, thumbs up, subscribe, all that fun, funky jazz. We're on the road to 400, and we are going to get there one day at a time. The end. Bye-bye. Sandro out. See you later. Have a great day, guys.